What's up, people? Joey here. I'm inside my 2023 Rockwood Mini Light. This is a 2516S model. So it's got the kitchen up front. And yeah, so I've been doing a few upgrades to this thing. Couple of them are pretty cosmetic, and the rest have been kind of helpful. The first thing that I did is I swapped out the analog thermostat for this Coleman Mach, the newer Wi-Fi one. So far it's been pretty good. I have no complaints. Other than that, this video is about water heater maintenance, so we'll talk about that. Couple of things you're going to want to do is, if you're connected to city water, turn that water off and make sure your water heater, and whether it's hybrid, propane and electric, make sure both of them are off. And yeah, that's pretty much where you begin on it. Like I said, if my water heater was on, it would either be one of these two, the water heater propane or water heater electric, but you can see those are both off. We'll come outside. You're gonna need a couple of tools for this. I have a new anode rod just in case the old one is all corroded. I have a pipe cleaner. This is actually a bottle cleaner, I believe. It's big enough. This is a thread cleaning brush. I have some plumber's tape. I have the wand off Amazon to clean the water heater tank. It's kind of curved. This is a tool that you kind of need. A 1/2-inch wrench, an extension, and this is a 1 1/16 inch socket. A 27mm works too. But those are the tools you're gonna need. All right, first thing you're going to want to do is take off this cover. There's a little tab, push it in. Cover comes right down like that. The anode rod is right here, and this is where you put that socket. But the first thing you're going to want to do, and I have a 5-gallon bucket here too, is relieve the pressure in the tank like that. By opening that, that relieves the water pressure. You kind of got to guess. There you go. So we're going to unscrew this anode rod. Now this tank is 6 gallons, so keep in mind you're going to have 6 gallons of water coming out of this. You kind of want to guess how far the water is going to shoot. So you're going to let that drain. As you can see, a bunch of stuff came out of there. So we're taking that bottle brush and we're just cleaning the inside of here. Try to get whatever we can out. Same thing with the thread brush. I want to clean those threads up in there. The threads don't look too bad. got that cleaned out. So as you can see here, there's a lot of sediment that gets in your water heater. So these tanks are ceramic lined. So they're metal tanks, but they're lined in ceramic. Ceramic can corrode. The whole reason an anode rod is placed in your water tank or water heater, it's a sacrificial piece of metal. In this case, it's magnesium. This is what it looks like after, I don't know how long it's been in my water heater. I'm assuming since it's new. I bought this from a guy locally, and I don't think this anode rod has been changed. This is what they look like new. This is what they look like after dirty water corrodes it. Although the water, you know, you think water is clean when it comes into your, you know, your system or whatever from city water, but the reality is there's chlorine, chlorides, there's dissolved oxygen. There's a lot of things that dissolve metal inside your water heater tank. And this is a regular maintenance thing that pretty much anyone can do with a few tools. That's the whole reason I'm making this video, because sometimes people don't know. If you do know, then good for you. If you are a full-time RVer, you need to change the anode rod, or at least check it like every 4 months, I would say. But if you use it every now and then, depending whether there's water in your tank or not, I would say every 6 months. But the anode rod is meant to, like I said, attract those corrosive things and basically sacrifice itself so the rest of your tank doesn't corrode. Now, that being said, this is a Camco 9.5-inch anode rod. It's aluminum. Aluminum is a little bit harder than magnesium, so it should last longer for me. So I'm hoping to get 6 months to 8 months out of this thing, because I'm in this full time. So that's why I'm using aluminum. It has 3/4 inch threads, and like I said, next thing we'll do is we'll clean out the tank. My little wand here, I'm gonna put this in here, turn it on, and basically just clean out the tank. And you'll see all this stuff come out of your tank. This is a Suburban water heater, so you have to make sure, check your manufacturer and see what you have. But on the Suburban tank, they're 6 gallons. Once you get everything cleaned out, I wrapped the new anode rod with some plumber's tape, and you're just going to put it back in. Right in there pretty easily like that at first. That way you know you have the threads going right. You definitely don't want to cross thread it. I don't think it'll hurt the tank, but I think it will hurt the anode rod. If you get any kind of binding, be careful. Right now it's pretty good. Once you get the anode rod in, you're going to want to fill this up. Leave that check valve open for air to come out. Let it run a little bit, and then basically we're just getting all the air out of the system. Then you can close it. And we want to make sure we don't have any leaks here, and then also under here at the bottom of the anode rod. There's only two places it would leak. Here and here. If there's a leak here, just burp it again real quick and then let it seal, and just make sure there's no leaks. Looks like we don't have any leaks, so we should be good at this point. I'm just gonna keep watching it for a little bit, and then at this point you can turn the water heater back on, and that's basically how you maintain your water heater. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and follow me on this channel, and I'll try to update my maintenance videos as often as I can. Biggest thing is make sure your water supply is turned off. If your water heater has an electric switch, turn it off before you do any of this maintenance stuff. Other than that, consult your manual. And little disclaimer, I'm not an RV tech, I'm just a DIYer. I grew up on a farm and I have some mechanical sense. Other than that, peace.